This is a certified hood classic.
There have been many legendary speedsters in media over the years, such as Sonic the Hedgehog, Quicksilver, Accelerate, Usain Bolt, the Raikage, and Minato from Naruto, which is why in today's video, we're going to be going over one of the coldest characters from DC, aka The Flash, and how he's always had that dog in him as a character. Also, rest in peace, the comic historian, one of the comic goats of YouTube, man. I hope his family and his friends are doing good. So without further ado, my G's, let's get right on with the video.
Let's go!
The late 1930s and 1940s were a wild time in history. War was going on, so many laws were being put in place, but during that time as well, there was a comic renaissance occurring. Superheroes such as Superman and Batman came to life in 1938 and 1939. Then came the year 1940 with the creation of the Golden Age Flash, the OG Jay Garrick. Jay Garrick is the first of 4 Flashes we're going to be talking about, and he's easily one of the coldest characters from the World War II time period. And I mean, why wouldn't Jay be so cold? He's got that old school drip on, the Hermes helmet, the lightning symbol on his shirt, not to mention his sick boots as well. Jay Garrick rose to prominence in the 40s due to his amazing speed abilities and became a founding member of the Justice Society of America, a superhero team that predates the Justice League. Jay enjoyed relative success during the 40s and early 50s until the series was cancelled, as a lot of superhero comics died down due to the fact the world was not at war anymore, and just that folks wanted to look at more hopeful stuff, which led to the downfall of many superheroes in this decade. Basically, if you weren't Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman, you were cooked for good. Jay would be absent for quite some time until the classic DC story Flash of Two Worlds that gave us the concept behind multiverses, such a classic story by the way. Since then, Jay has been a valuable player in DC. Jay has always had that dog in him because he's the OG Flash. He was created during the World War II era, and he was one of the most famous superheroes of that time. Jay's up there with the best old dudes in media too. In the class, alongside Joseph Joestar, Uncle Iroh, Whitebeard, Grandpa Max, Jiraiya, and much more. Jay's appearances in media such as The Flash by John Wesley Shipp and Justice 2, Young Justice helped solidify this fact even more. Without Jay, we wouldn't have Barry Allen, Wally West, or Bart Allen, so put some respect on this homie's name, bruh. Jay is one of the most experienced and compassionate characters in DC, and he isn't afraid to lay the smackdown when he has to. The way people love Uncle Iroh from Avatar is exactly how folks look at Jay Garrick in the Flash family. The 100 overall talent known as Barry Allen is one of DC's greatest characters, and the Flash many folks nowadays have grown up with. Barry Allen first appeared in Showcase number 4 in 1956. And man, Barry Allen is just one of those goats, man. He's one of the coldest guys out there. Barry Allen was created during a time when superhero comics had fallen off badly. During the 50s, folks did not care about superhero comics anymore. The media folks liked at the time were love and science fiction stories. So the folks at DC were thinking, what if we bring back one of the more popular characters from the 40s and reinvent them with science fiction in a way? And boom, we got the creation of Barry Allen, the Silver Age Flash. Barry's creation was so successful that the homie not only got his own book, but also became a founding member of the Justice League. Barry's creation also in a way led to Marvel creating some of the earliest heroes that dealt with science fiction, such as the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man. Barry was also the Flash who introduced the concept of the multiverse to us and continued doing crazy stuff up until his demise in the 1985 storyline Crisis on Infinite Earths. Just to let y'all know, Barry Allen has one of the longest deaths of any superhero in real life time. Barry wouldn't be resurrected until 2008 in Final Crisis. Like, can you just think about that for a second? Bro was dead for 23 years. Insane, but Barry has continued to make a defining impact as the Flash in pieces of media such as the CW show, numerous video games, and animated movies like Flashpoint Paradox and Injustice 2. Even during the DC Extended Universe 2, though we don't talk about the Flash movie because, yeah, it was hot trash. Barry Allen to many people out there is their Flash, and he will always have that dog in him due to the fact he brought in the Super Age of comics with his Flash debut in 1956, along with the concept of the multiverse. Now, my G's, we must talk about the S-tier yapper known as Wally West, the OG Kid Flash, the third Flash, and the Sonic community's #1 op in that Dead Battle video. Like Barry Allen, Wally West is the Flash many folks grew up with. If you were born in the 90s or the early 2000s, Wally was most likely your Flash, thanks to the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited shows that featured him as the Flash. Wally's known for being the OG Kid Flash and a founding member of the Teen Titans, but his important role as a character came to him in 1986 when he became the new version of the Flash following Barry Allen's death in the infamous story Crisis on Infinite Earths. And for the next 25 years, Wally held it down for a successor to a previous character. During Wally's run as the Flash, we got the phrase, "My name is, and I'm the fastest man alive" in each opening story, the Flash family, the Speed Force, and Eborthon's twisted origin. It was also during this time that Wally became the fastest Flash of all time with his ridiculous feats, such as running faster than instant teleportation and outrunning the Black Flash at the end of time. Wally's also the Flash known for stealing an opponent's kinetic energy. Wally was on cloud 9 during the 90s and early 2000s. The homie married a Korean baddie known as Linda Park and had 2 children. Wally was in the Justice League cartoons, the Teen Titans cartoons, and Young Justice, and Justice League Crisis on 2 Earths, and had a defining him moment when he cooked the fraud known as Brainiac Luthor. Wally had 2 Flash films planned in the 2000s, a Justice League mortal appearance at a late actor Anton Yelchin, and a 2008 video game in the works too. Just imagine all that came out. Flash would probably be bigger than he is now. Wally was showing all the signs of being a generational talent, which is why when DC tried removing Wally during the New 52, folks were like, hell nah, y'all aren't removing the Flash we grew up with, and started cooking DC to the point where the company was like, fine, y'all win, and brought Wally back during DC Rebirth. Nowadays, Wally is the main Flash once again like he was in the 2000s. Wally has always had that dog in him due to his progression as a character from Flash fanboy into becoming the Flash himself, not to mention his drip as the Flash. You can never go wrong with any of his costumes. Bart Allen is the first Impulse, second Kid Flash, and fourth Flash, a founding member of Young Justice. Bart Allen is such an underrated character compared to his 3 predecessors. Bart is a funny dude with loads of charisma like Wally West and the grandson of Barry Allen. Not to mention, Bart has some of the coolest abilities of any speedster, such as his speed scout technique, which is essentially the Shadow Clone Jutsu in speedster form. Though the homie has never used it again after one of his clones got deleted. We hate to see it. Bart was one of DC's most popular characters in the 90s, and by the time the 2000s rolled around, he joined a new incarnation of the Teen Titans and became the second Kid Flash. Bart enjoyed his time as Kid Flash up until 2006 when he became the new Flash after Wally was sent to a different Earth alongside his family. Unlike the previous Flashes, Bart did not stay as the Flash for that long, as fans disliked him in the role and felt like he lost too much of his wit and charisma. Fans were right, but to delete him for speaking their thoughts was crazy then and still is to this day. Bart was brought back later on and operates nowadays as Impulse, since Ace West is the current Kid Flash in present time, but the Flash has always had that dog in him, bro. Whether it was Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, Wally West, or Bart Allen, the fact that we've had numerous TV shows about the character, and it's so great, man. I really hope they continue pushing the Flash. Even though that Ezra Miller movie possibly pushed back a lot of projects they have for the Flash, I hope it doesn't, man, because the Flash is such a rich character, man. He's always had that dog in him. My Flash that I grew up with was Wally West, thanks to the Justice League cartoon, but Barry, Bart, Jay, they're all cold as well, man. The Flash, he's top 5, top 3 DC characters, man. He's had so many iconic moments in the Justice League cartoon and the CW show, Flashpoint Paradox. The fact that this man almost had 2 movies in the 2000s, a video game, that should just tell you how much aura this man has, bro. We need a new movie with him. I don't care if it's Barry, Wally, Bart, Jay. We need a new movie by James Gunn in the DC universe, bro, because the Flash, he needs to be put back on game, bro. People need to respect him more, because after that Ezra Miller movie, bro, people been clowning the Flash, man, and it's crazy to see, but the Flash, he's always been one of those guys that's always had that dog in him. And the next video that will be coming out will be the Alien X video. We're gonna be doing it from Omniverse. We've never done Omniverse on the channel, and we're gonna change that with the next video in which Alien X will be going up against that Gladiator Alien X that he cooked in the later parts of Omniverse. But as always, y'all, if y'all enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also got an Instagram now if y'all want to follow on there, as well as a TikTok. As always, I hope y'all continue a nice week, and I'll catch y'all for the next video. 4 Omni out.